Happy December 14th everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets Extended. This is guys 115 speaking, and the reason the invisibility cloak was the icon, today's icon of the advent calendar really is just that we are somewhere we shouldn't be. Now the map will tell you we are at herbology lesson, but we are in fact sneaking across Professor Sprout's greenhouse. We're not supposed to be watching out for her, whatever the hell that means. So this is just like the Whomping Willow or the dungeons, an area you will only get to visit once and never again, so be very careful to pick all 3 secrets clean and get your hands onto wizard cards. But, like I say, if you miss wizard cards you'll be able to buy them back using your beans from the cellars across Hogwarts, okay? So, no big deal. And of course, we cannot just leave, we are after the shredded boomslang skin. So, first things first, there are plenty of plans to keep in mind here, but this is really, I think, the game's shortest level. Whereas the Defendo challenge was the longest, this greenhouse is the shortest. What's creepy is that the venomous tentacula are now moving towards you. How terrifying is that? They almost move like spiders. I don't like that. Anywho, let's release the gnome. He will eat up a couple of horcrux for us and generate more beans. Now there are 2 gnome holes you can throw him into. But you know what? I have some plans with that gnome. I don't think I'm gonna throw him into either one of them. There are some horcrux later on in the level, and I would like to try if we could maybe get him to eat those. Although, oh my god, there is some auto-aim happening towards the gnome hole, and now he's stuck. Oh, that's not good. Let's just stay away from it and throw him there, okay? Now, what I'd love to see is for the gnome to eat these 3, then we'll pick him up, then we'll eat the chocolate frog, and I would like to continue on with the level, and we'll be carrying the gnome across the level. There's a rhyme and reason behind this. The thing is, if you throw the gnome into the gnome holes, you get somewhere between 0, 1, 2, or 3 beans, okay? Almost didn't get that one. But if he eats a horcrux, you get 1 or 2 guaranteed, meaning I'd much rather carry him towards the end of the level to allow him to eat those 4 horcrux that will be there. Now that was a close call. Although this is gonna slow us down. I think it makes for an absolutely fun experiment. No, doesn't stun the crab? Oh well. I guess throwing a gnome is not quite the same as casting Rictus Sempra, but hey, we're doing this for science. Well, as much science as there is in the wizarding world. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we could throw him there. My god, this could be a challenge for speedrunners, you know, always carry a gnome with you or something like that. By the way, a new jar with mucus added via the extended mod, just to maintain that Wiggentree bark and flowerworm mucus balance I talked about. Now, there is a jump that is absolutely possible to do if you're not carrying a gnome, and that's... well, I have no bloody idea how I pulled that off, but my god, that was cool. Whoa, nice. We just saved ourselves up a lot of time. So, let's keep going. Whilst we're on such a winning streak. Oh yeah, 2 ropes to progress, but if you are interested in a secret, keep a note of this flipendo switch on the floor. It's not a pressure pad, but a flipendo switch, okay? It will reveal the first secret, which only has 4 beans and a Lumos statue, but the point of the Lumos statue is, of course, to allow you to get to the second secret. Now we have both Lumos and a gnome in our hands. This feels surreal. Into the secret with you. I'm having an absolute blast. Now this, my friends, should be a silver card. A lady I always mistake with... where is she? Oh, there. Laverne de Montmorency, inventor of many love potions. This is in fact someone else, but Stephen, I'll let you do the talking.
Sasharissa Tugwood, 1874 to 1966. Pioneer of beautifying potions. Discovered pimple-curing properties of bubotuber pus.
Bubotuber pus sounds like something I would never ever want to put on my skin, but hey. The way the cosmetics industry works, there are much weirder ingredients used in the real world. Let's clear the path and save the game. Okay, so first things first. If we throw a gnome into a bush, what will... My god, Harry, your aim is terrible. Okay, apparently nothing. But hey, I don't want to give up yet. Ah, I knew that would happen at the worst possible moment, but hey. Nah, they seem to be immune, which is a bummer. Okay, let's heal ourselves up immediately. Now, I'm gonna show you the reason I'm bringing this gnome around everywhere with me, and that's those 4 mushrooms over there. Yep, that's essentially it. I hope you didn't expect more. But guys, the reward for letting him eat those is somewhere between 4 and 8 beans, okay? Whereas if you throw him into a hole, if you get extremely lucky, you'll only get 3. So, I mean, make of that what you will. Is this a worthwhile trade-off? Is it not? I don't know. The problem is we won't be able to eliminate the gnome then. There's no gnome holes around and we cannot go back. The entrance was barred, okay? But hey, extra beans. What's not to like? Okay, and let's just leave the little fella here. I'm not sure anyone ever did this before, but I just got this idea last night and I thought, okay, I have to try and put it to practice. Okay. And this is where we want to go. The shredded boomslang skin is on the pedestal there. You know, a video game logic telling you this is what you're after. Oh no, my worst nightmares.
This is a particularly nasty variety of spider. Their bites are extremely poisonous, so stay away and cast Rictus Sempra to stun them.
There's something comforting about Stephen Fry acknowledging just how nasty these spiders are, but I'd still much prefer them not existing at all. They're so much worse looking than those in Hogwarts Legacy, because those are so high fantasy looking, but these are incredibly realistic, just like an actual spider, but huge. You know what I mean? It's...
Dano, ale ja od detstva trpím arachnofóbiou sprevádzanou výronom sekretov v oblasti konečníka. Inak povedané, vždy keď vidím pavúka, tak sa poserem.
I just don't even want to walk on the floor that those spiders have touched. Oh hey, murderous bow truckles, let me take your back. And by the way, this is absolutely a pressure plate, but let's trigger it a bit later. There are more bow truckles, and you will already see we are getting a surplus of Wiggentree bugs, which would be a bit annoying in the retail version of the game. But the extended mod did something about this, and there are 3 more flubberworm mucuses we'll get to pick up in this level, which is just truly wonderful. So there's 1, and there'll be another 2 inside the greenhouse itself. Okay, and that's it, all 3 secrets of this very short level. We just need to get inside the greenhouse, but keep in mind there are some beams on its roof, so it will require a bit of awkward maneuvering, but you can absolutely get those, okay? We're not gonna leave a single bean behind. That gnome over there just made my day. What a great idea I had, no? No, I did not. It's probably not at all worth it. Especially at this point when you don't need those beans since you have Quidditch upgrades, but hey. We're striving for excellence, something Professor Lockhart acknowledged, you know? So, let's get these. And we can essentially try not to do it from the highest point, but instead the lowest, so as not to take falling damage, which is a real concern in the Chamber of Secrets, unlike Philosopher's Stone. And let's get our hands on a bronze card and a stamina bar upgrade. Yay! Guys, that means we have 30 out of 50. We are now halfway across the game. And let's see, this was someone very familiar looking. Tilly Toke, 1903 to 1991, gained Order of Merlin First Class for saving non-magical lives during the Ilfracombe incident in 1932. When a dragon swooped down on a beach full of sunbathers. My god, that sounds absolutely brutal. So we found her last year in Philosopher's Stone when Hermione was giving us the Alejomora crash course, and it also said 1991, so she was already dead by the time the school year of 1991 started, I guess, so she must have died earlier in the year. Still, what an exciting life she had. Pretty awesome. And she was very young when she saved those sunbathers as well. Okay, so let's just not miss these spots. Incredibly easy to do amongst the other junk over here. And by the way, another mucus jar added via the extended mod and another one over there. How generous. And this way we'll have 4 and 4. So this is how the extended mod keeps things nice and balanced. Of course, assuming you don't farm infinite barks via revisiting the Diffindo challenge, which is something you can absolutely do if that's your thing, okay? And that's it. Let's get our hands on that... Wow, quite sparkly skin. If I wouldn't know any better, I thought these are gems encrusted on fire crabs. Okay, that triumphant theme sounded more like a funeral dirge for some reason.
Hey Hermione, I found a bunch of shredded boomslang skin for the polyjuice potion.
That's great, Harry. I'll go add it to the potion right now.
The weekly house point ceremony's starting soon. You remember where it is, don't you?
Harry absolutely looks like he already forgot it. That's hilarious. Okay guys, so now the objective has changed. I'd better hurry to the house point ceremony. It's by the entrance hall. I loved the game just threw us here, saved us a bit of time, wandering around aimlessly. And since we already did our post-Diffindo exploration, we might as well do it, and for the first time ever, not keep everyone waiting forever.
Hello everyone. Looks like it's time for another house point ceremony. Let's see which house is ahead this week. It appears that Gryffindor is in the lead. Harry, it looks like you get to visit the bonus bean room.
Again, take that, Malfoy. Boo! By the way they could make these ceremonies more exciting is, you know, hide all those point counters via curtains and slowly raise them or something like that. But everyone's just staring blankly at a wall which already has the numbers, and everyone knows the outcome the moment they enter. It's a bit strange. I feel like curtains could solve a lot of those problems. You know, being gradually risen from the last place, and then revealing the first and second at the same time. Okay. So, by now guys, you know the drill. But I'm gonna do things again a little bit differently than we did it when we knew Scourge only, because now we know Diffindo and we can close the entire loop, okay? By the way, an important caveat I'd like to make, the number of beans you get during a bean bonus room is never fixed. And that's due to some randomness from a couple of chests, and especially the bloody fountain over here. It will never give you the same amount of beans, so again, it's a bit of a completionist's nightmare for me. Okay, now let's pick the other side. We'll keep the inner courtyard for later. There we go. And I'm really looking forward to showing you what new areas become accessible. By the way, I don't think I failed a single one of those mid-air pirouette jumps to pick up the beans from those ledges. I'm very happy about that. It took a lot of practice, to be honest. But honestly, during your second and third visit, even if you mess up one of those jumps, you do have time to go back up and try it again. So, let's get these and focus. By the end of this, we should be at somewhere at roughly 1,190 beans-ish. We'll see how close I'll get to that prediction. And I'm honestly more curious than the number of beans about how much time we'll have left. You know, just to really brag and show off and flex how good we are at this. Okay, and how many points we got over Slytherin. Okay, we'll get to that courtyard, but first, let's close the circuit here. And remember, this one's always 12 beans. One of the few fixed chests, which I appreciate. There we go. And now I'm thinking, what's the best way to approach this? Well, you know what. I'm gonna enter the courtyard through the Diffindo Bramble there we cleared up, just to keep things interesting. So first, let's get the beans over here. Now the ones here you can absolutely get at least 2 off via sneaky jump like that. And don't forget the ledge over here. Now we are approaching that 1190 beans. Let's see if my prediction will be correct. And by the way, Spongify carpet over here, but you don't need it at all. Whilst it does save time, with a little bit of patience, persistence, and especially pain in your knees, you can absolutely get the beans here, which is awesome. And we'll close the circuit like that. We might as well make a break for the exit, using the ledge over here. Okay, we are at 64. How close to 90 will we get? Probably not very close. Oh shoot, 82. Okay, so I miscalculated by 8 beans. That is fine, the fountain will always screw us over. So guys, I hope you enjoyed our third visit into the bean bonus room. Next time, we'll pick it clean. Everything that's in midair will be ours, and the moment we'll step through this door, guess what? Christmas will begin at Hogwarts.
In the second week of December, Professor McGonagall collected the names of those who would be staying at school over Christmas. Harry, Ron, and Hermione signed up. They heard that Malfoy was staying, which struck them as very suspicious. The Christmas holiday would be the perfect time to use the polyjuice potion and try to worm a confession out of Draco.
Now before we'll join the others for a Christmas break at Hogwarts, I would like to say thanks to my free patrons as well as my loyal Winstons. Blank Goopel, Mick, Severin Drax, Enstickle, Katie Danger and Pooh the Two. Big thanks goes to my caretaker Winstons, Michael McConkie, Karavetu and Renegade Durney. A very special thanks goes to both of my veteran Winstons, Andrea Pavelianiti and Alexander. And finally, I would like to give a very, very special thanks to my one and only fine vintage Winston, Akira Foxmind. Thank you so much for your generous support of the channel and also for freezing the gnome in his place, making sure that he was our less than willing companion throughout our sneaky foray into Professor Sprout's private greenhouse where we plundered all her ingredients. Is there a professor at Hogwarts whose ingredients and larder we are not gonna rate in this year? We'll see. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you'll be ready for tomorrow for an especially Christmassy atmosphere at Hogwarts. I can't wait to show you.